Well, hello, and welcome back to another exciting episode of PlumpHelmetPunk's Theater. On tonight's episode, we will be visiting Battle Center 64. And, something bad has apparently already happened at this place. Apparently the round is not going to start. Tonight's episode is canceled. I guess everybody just close up, go home. I'll see you guys in the next video. There we go. Everybody, time to get back to work, I guess. So here we are. We're a miner. We're not a trader either. It is, a fairly simple job to do if you want to do it. You guys have seen me do this before. The question is, what do we want to do today? We could go exploring. I'm gonna leave you guys to listen to the music though while I get dressed. I'm gonna end up killing myself here. Wait. If we're gonna go out on on an adventure here, there's a few things we need. I can't be jumping the gun here just because the music has me pumped up and ready to run around. Oh no. A little bit of a detour first, and then we're going to hit space and see what we can find out there. It has been something like 9 months since I last went exploring out there. We all know what happened last time. So let's see, a crowbar, always useful. Pretty much just a crowbar and a welder are what I need. Everything else is not nearly... I already had a crowbar, okay. I don't need two. I need some space for loot. A wrench. Okay, so I want to take down any walls. Some of this stuff I might actually put in that small little box that I get. Just in case, just to have backup tools. You never know when you're going to need wire cutters or something. Get trapped somewhere with a door. So those two lesser used tools can go there. Because even the welding tool can cut through grills just as quick. The gas mask, no. Did they leave the gloves open? No. I had hopes. I'm not going to ask for gloves, though. Why? I don't know. Probably because I would actually get the gloves, and I think that kind of defeats some of the fun of just finding them. People are too nice. I'm not worried if the person's saying no. No one cares. So, question is, do my old routes, do they still work? Some of this place, whenever I navigated it as a kid, I could navigate it by memory alone. I didn't need fancy GPS or stellar maps or anything. But these asteroid fields do shift over time. Let's see. Go here. I should be able to hit something. Yep. Old Zeta. I remember working on you. And unfortunately, after that station was decommissioned, it drifted here and it's out of power. So what do you still have for us? We have some oxygen canisters, if I needed to refill my tanks. If you ever find yourself drifted out here, stuck or something. Security door. And because there's no power, we can just easily crowbar them open. They're built that way in case of emergencies, that people aren't permanently trapped. This is nice. I think I will take you. You never know when you're gonna need some fireworks for a celebration. Pathology, unfortunately, is bolted. I'll always miss those crazy guys, even if they were prone to accidents. Damn. There's an Easter egg in there. The question is, do I have a way to unbolt this? Let's see, that's the... Okay, so I could open the vents and then fly around, perhaps, and get that egg. Did it have power? Oh no. It doesn't have power, so scratch that idea. It was good for like half a second. I'm just gonna give up on it though. Whatever valuables might be inside that egg are not worth the time investment of getting through those R walls. I could use the bomb to blow my way in there, but I think that would be a waste of a good bomb. The mainframe. It's not a bad little outpost. It still has a bomb mixing room and internals area. First aid. What about this place? Do they have an artifact that I can teleport by chance? Nanotracing has spent significant money recently on upgrading their artifact research department. A cold edifice. Let's touch it. Thankfully, nothing happens. But if you find one of these, you have to do it anyways. I could try to activate it. You know, I've watched a few videos on artifacts before. Sure, I'm trained to activate these things safely. What about heat? We burn it and nothing happens. Okay, I'm not gonna set off my bomb. I don't have a taser. Wait a second. I could, if this thing is set off by explosives. I've seen them blow artifacts up before. Let's see, what about 5? A red light flashes. If I had a multi-tool, I could figure this out easier. How about 8? Bingo. Wow. A lot of medical supplies. If I had a syringe, that would be absolutely awesome. How about 3? Well, I guess we're not going to blow this thing up, so... Nice. Force shield, propulsion, and efficiency. I'm going to send both of these to medical. Or to robotics, anyways. I'm pretty sure they'll be able to use it. So, robotics. There we go. Yeah, we'll just tell them that we're sending them treasure. We're salvagers out here. And let's see, how about... Unfortunately, I cannot teleport these things. Huh. Do you really have to pull this damn thing all the way back? I'm trying to decide if it's worth it. You know what? We might. I'm gonna explore the rest of this place. See what it has in store for us. And then we'll begin the always fun task of pulling shit through space. Nice, another crate. So, first, just because there's no way I'm gonna get lucky enough to unlock 3 of these things, let's bring it down here. This one's gonna blow up on us. How about 4? 9. 2. There we go. And who are you? Woodrow Jewel. Oh, just my luck. Oh my lucky stars. Well, isn't that lovely? I could live, maybe. Okay, I'm not going to be able to live. Son of a bitch. Well, things were going so well. Until that one unlucky crate. I shouldn't have pressed my luck. Damn. So, Woodrow Jewel, huh? What are you up to? I'm gonna watch Woodrow for a bit here, see what their story is all about. And then, we'll ghost around at the station and see what's going on. Because they now have a bomb. And if they're a traitor, hopefully they'll put it to good use. Captain Bravo apparently is out in space too. And if those two meet up, maybe we'll have a nice little shootout. Attention crew, mandatory artifact touching. Did they find an artifact? Put it in the machine. It's a Borging artifact. Okay, cancel this. Sigma 34. What are you up to, Sigma? They don't show up under bots? Maybe they show up under... There we go. Wasn't sure where they were listed. So where's that artifact at? We've got lightly fried Randy Enderly cake. Unfortunately, I can't see what the frosting is unless I teleport there. So somewhere out there is an artifact. Woodrow's probably not going to have anything going on, being out there all alone in space. We'll keep our eye on Woodrow. But I want to find this artifact that is Borging people. Is it that disgusting looking thing? Looks like some type of animal larva. It's being pulled by Silas Poel. Probably not pronouncing that name right, but whatever. A cold edifice. Michael, psst, come here. Do me a favor. I'd rather not, thanks. I want you to grab me and shove me into the artifact. That's interesting. And Michael says he's not getting anywhere near that thing. I don't really blame the guy. If it really is turning people into cyborgs, that's a pretty heavy commitment that you have to make. Do you want to give up being human forever? To be a piece of metal that has to follow laws? Even if you do get rocket shoes and a jetpack, no matter how cool that is. Something just blew up. Was that Woodrow? No, but Woodrow is back. Unless Woodrow was blowing up the singularity, perhaps, up there. What is that? A timer. So maybe he swapped out the timer for a remote signaling device? Oh, there goes the artifact, too. Be hilarious if Woodrow touched it. He would be a traitor Borg, if he is indeed a traitor. And jackpot, remote signaling device. Interesting. A man with a plan. And what is that? A DNA injector. Structural enzymes. So he's also going to change his identity, perhaps. Okay. Looks like somebody might have Borgified themselves there. And it looks like somebody is being given a swirly. Left which nips might be actually being ate by Fridge there. So there's a lot of different stuff going on. Possibly a swirly given changeling. A bomb. Somebody has locked up the Metabot. A bomb-wielding psychopath. Not afraid to take advantage of any situation he finds himself in. The clown with the hard hat once again. Probably Justin Duggar, if I had to guess. Every clown has their own unique clown outfit. And you can kind of get to tell the clowns apart. So, where are you going? And yes, jetpack has to be on your back. Strangely enough. I think there's a lot of Borgs popping up over there. So, if I had to guess, I would say he just attached the signaler to the valve assembly. And he's blocking that off. This guy is good. Gotta give him, and doing reinforced. I gotta give him a little bit of credit. Oh, and somebody spaced George. I just now noticed that. George always did say he wanted to be in space, though. With, you know, you don't want to keep animals inside all the time if you have room to let them run. So, let George get his exercise. He'll come back. I think there's a doggy door somewhere for him, too, so. And that's a half-assed job if I've ever seen one. Maybe it'll confuse people for a bit. What is he doing? Did he already place the bomb? Trying to read his mind here. What is this murderer thinking? I'm not getting anything. I'm trying to think here, you know, mentally connect with him. It's not working. I think it's bullshit. So do you have anything in your hands, Woodrow? You're just standing there staring into space, maybe contemplating what he's about to do here. Running the scenarios through his head over and over and over and over. Still just his backpack and piece of metal. Keep waiting for that remote signaler to get pulled out. He's got a bunch of stuff. So rods and metal are what he's keeping. Is he planning to build some more shit? Space Wind is a spaceman's #1 enemy out here. Clever. If you see what he's trying to do. It's pretty devious. I like this guy's style so far. If you can't tell what he's going to do, I'll let you think on it for a bit. I don't really think that was part of the plan. So anyone keeping count of the cyborgs here? How many there are? 34 and 75 have been around forever, and they never shut up. Jones bot. Oh, cool, and the cyborgs are burning things. I don't know, maybe that is all he wanted to do. I thought he was going to build flooring and then build up actual walls there. This is just a barricade. So whenever you use rods on rods, it can easily be removed. And he's back down in his little hidey hole. Can you reinforce those? Maybe we all can learn something new here today. Okay, yeah, you can't do anything with these as far as I know. And if you want to build a wall in their place, you have to cut them down and then rebuild it, I'm pretty sure. Blow something up. I think we're going to leave him to his own devices here while he figures out what he wants to do with those walls. For those of you that don't know too, this is the new quartermaster system. There is no more invincible shuttle to hide behind. You order crates and they are flung to you from space. And then you send crates back that you don't want. Pretty interesting system and a prelude of what is to come whenever the company finally decides to upgrade. Surprisingly enough, that is still contained. No botanists on duty. Botanists, because he is dead. Why is he unknown? Possibly devoured by a changeling. There was one running around. But I think someone said in chat that he was dead. Oh, goody. Ghosts. A transposed particle field. A cloud of particles transposed by some manner of dangerous science, echoing some mannerisms of their previous configuration. In layman's terms, a goddamned science ghost. They like to give out free hugs. There's no telling what the hug will do to you whenever they embrace you with it. It depends upon many factors, like the description says, whether they like you or not, whether they're in a good mood or not, whether they've ate or not. Sometimes, you know, hugs can be good. If not, well, it was nice knowing you. Risk and reward and all that, you know. Unfortunately, science ghosts are not the smartest in the world. If it really was, you could have a free hug out session right there. So where's that clown at? Saw a clown in a captain's hat. There's a detective napping on the job. Looks like most of the station might be dead. And looks like he's finally getting his walls built up. Got it switched back into a girder. I'll give him another 10 minutes here. Has anybody broke in anywhere? They did get our upgrades. That's good. They've used 2 of them. There's the artifact. There's Silas, the security guard, Nettie Seagoon. A traitor versus a ling, north of Hydro. I don't really care. I want to see what they're going to do here. Are they going to throw him into the artifact? They're going to lock him up? They're going to space him? He begs the Borg to drag him away. And the Borgs probably have a small place in their cold little cybernetic heart for the guy. Primarily because he was creating more of them with his artifact. And that thing just made it through. Well, we'll get to see what type of mood it's in today, maybe. No? Oh, because it's trying to chase Silas, I think. So Silas is being locked up for his crimes of something or other. I'm not entirely sure what, but he's not going to have any of it. And so it escalates, and probably will go until someone is dead. Quickly disarms the officer, and then stuns him. In a brilliant display of skill by the station's finest. Where'd that science ghost go? Why isn't it eating people? It's tough being security. And he's getting handcuffed. Clown, you must save the day. Are you a force of justice or a force of chaos? A force of comedy, maybe. The clown brilliantly stumbles into the scene, opening the door with his face. And now that poor officer is being dragged around town. I think the clown might be a force of justice. Yep, he begins to take the handcuffs off. Oh, poor Nettie. Eventually, I will get around to making some security videos and show you guys just how much security frickin' sucks and why I never do it. So far, I have not worked up the courage or the mood for it. Because after that, it would be hard for me not to kill the guy. I would just have to try to claim that it was self-defense. So I guess a bomb did blow up over here. I really hope that's not the one that Woodrow had. There's an engineering spacesuit. Woodrow, are you still building your damn barricades up there? I'm slightly curious how that Traitor versus Changeling battle turned out. And why are there two clowns? We have Buster Birdie here. And yep, he built reinforced walls. Good for him. I guess he's just waiting for the shuttle to get called. And then he can taunt everyone. But he didn't seal up that bottom door, did he? I might have missed that. And at this point, there's also only like 3 or 4 people left alive, it seems like. There's Nettie, who, amazingly enough, is not considering throwing in the towel as he gets suited up and rearmed, ready to go out there, possibly, hopefully, not to commit grave acts of revenge. But where did that science ghost go? I didn't see anyone dispatch it. Stormy waters, are you really the captain? Yes. An almost completely naked captain, still wearing the captain's ID. The most valuable thing that could possibly be stolen from the captain. Start calling this a ghost station. Yeah, and he's after Silas. He set his gun to Incredistun. Just about wasted all his ammo there. Or probably did. And Silas is now forcibly Borging people, which is kind of hilarious. I haven't seen him forcibly Borg anybody yet. He did ask if people could be thrown into it, but he offered himself for a volunteer first, and he is not a Borg. Oh, goody. That was a strangely sized bomb. Very little actual destruction, but huge collateral damage. It blows Silas off his feet and slams him into the artifact. And unfortunately, he's not turned into a cyborg. That would have been a hilarious turn of events if it did work out that way. Okay, so we've got Nettie back up here. I still want to find that changeling. There's no way a changeling lost to a traitor. Who are you? Peter Malikov. Rank of staff assistant. It's not that unusual to see staff assistants running around all over the place. I'm sure you've seen me do it before. Brutus Manimal. Let me guess, dead. Nope, only slightly injured. Well, what about you? Kirk Carpland. Are you guys the traitors in the changelings? Probably not. Michael Jardin. I haven't seen anybody being followed around by a bunch of ghosts either. There's the science ghost. Not really doing anything. And Woodrow is still just outside screwing around with the doors. And he's cloaked? What's he so afraid of? My guess is he's supposed to escape alone. But I've still not seen him mess with these two doors here. There we go. Well, crew, good luck. He's got a bomb, but since he's locked himself out of the station, I'm not entirely sure how he's going to use it. Unless he throws it at the escape arm with everybody lined up. The Justin Duggar Justice Clown. Working for the forces of good, amazingly enough. You never know what the clown is going to bring to the station. Is somebody about ready to strangle Silas here? Haha, I hope somebody strangles him. There's only one person that everybody's been talking about strangling for a while now. Right there. Traveling the station with his world-renowned artifact. See, there's Robusto 5000. He has been around for quite some time. There's a suicided cyborg. So he grabs him and he smashes. Yeah. So they can smash each other against the artifact, but it doesn't actually do anything. You have to touch it yourself. It's a shame that it doesn't artifact that way. That would be hilarious. Being thrown into it by somebody else, or being thrown into it by an explosion. Having it launched into you. Okay, maybe it does if you get thrown into it. It suddenly flays Johnny Laborde open. So you can throw people into it. Is he being trailed by Nettie still? Yes. Nettie Seagoon. And he gets tased. Poor Nettie. I think the crew might have had enough of his shenanigans, though. Yep. They take up arms against him. Tired of him forcefully getting people to join his Borg army. Oh, and a flash. If only it had been cooked for just a little bit longer. Unfortunately, Nettie gets tased again. They trade taser shots and simultaneously dive out of the way. It's two skilled assassins fighting over the control of the ultimate fate of the station with that artifact. Silas runs out of charges for his taser and has to pull out a stun baton. Is Nettie gonna be abandoned to his fate here? I'm really surprised that Silas does not pick up Nettie and throw him into that. And yes, the engagement was broke off. I'm guessing that he's gonna... Zerk is probably gonna go recharge his guns. And poor Silas here. I use the term poor very loosely. Is gonna be caught without any ammo. Unless it's his lucky day. So he probably has full access. And who is this? Lemmy Caution steps up to the artifact. and throws his hands against it. The artifact begins to consume him. And turns him into a Borg, too. The Borg screams, "Fuck. I wanted to die." Unfortunately for you, nope. You are now trapped to an eternal suffering in hell. As a cyborg. Yeah, I would rather be in hell than be a cyborg. Being a cyborg isn't all that bad until you want to die and then you no longer can. It's really rude to suicide as a cyborg if a roboticist builds you. At the very least, have the courtesy to ask them to remove your brain. And the two eternal foes meet up one more time. Guns are instantly drawn. And only a Segway comes between them. And he wisely uses the artifact as a shield. Oh, you wouldn't be that crazy. No one would be crazy enough to use a Segway. Zerk takes a hostage. Oh, he might have got stunned there. Or maybe you can't actually be stunned like that. He ducks behind it for cover. Be a perfect time for a flashbang. No, you can get stunned by it. Or not. Tricky little bastard. He pulls out a stun baton. Why are we doing this? They don't even know why they're fighting each other. Silas just wants to Borg people. And Zerk, well, he just wanted to help that officer. So they call a truce. It was a beautiful shootout both times, but they've decided that they're both equally matched. And at the end of the day, they'll both probably wind up dead. So the two trained assassins holster their weapons. Yep. And the heavens rejoiced. Who knows, maybe even the cyborg era will be free to take over now. I wasn't lying, folks. That technically does heal you, and your brain damage. finally murder is called out against Silas. Tonight, he dies. He's 2 for 2 tonight against Nettie. The next encounter will decide both of their fates. Can he get any more people to touch it before the shuttle arrives in 4 minutes? Done a pretty dang amazing job so far. And is that still Woodrow just cloaking around, flying around out there? Doesn't he know that people can see the ion trails? Silas is trying to get Bob to touch it. Bob Marley shrugs and keeps walking. And then he looks at it. Stares at its colors. An explosion rips through the hallway. Begins sucking the warmth into the air out of the escape arm. Silas screams at him to touch it quick. Bob Marley grabs it and hugs it as tight as he possibly can. And the machine rips his flesh off. Eventually. Maybe. It's deciding whether or not it actually likes the taste of Bob here. It's, yeah, it does, so it goes in for the full course meal. And out pops Cyborg Pie 29. You now don't have to worry about freezing to death or suffocating, or even starving to death or dying of old age. Your parts can be replaced until the end of the universe, until the heat death. Enjoy your brand new body, Bob. So just how bad was that bomb? Did Woodrow finally? No, it couldn't have been Woodrow because, well, maybe. He would have had to have come all the way up through here and then thrown the bomb here. I don't know. Pretty big stretch for a guy who hovered around in space cloaked most of the round. Anybody else? We have Jacob Wheeler here, who is suffocating and freezing to death. Silas saves his life by plunging him face first into the edifice, and Omicron 71 springs forth from Jacob's battered body. And somebody just put a concussive charge on the edifice. Everybody takes off running as the concussive charge begins counting down. And a bomb is planted by Woodrow right at the corner. He panics and hits the button far too quick. Silas is launched off his feet down the hallway headfirst, flying like a lawn dart. He slams into the glass window. The robotic artifact, damaged by the bomb, ruptures and explodes, arcing electricity and debris all across the escape arm. Silas's battered body now gives in, and he dies. If only he would have been a cyborg. Woodrow, severely injured, his spacesuit burned and lacerated, leaking air. Peter Malikov is gasping. And somewhere, a clown honks. Is it this bot here, by chance? Like, I almost snorted that. It's so hilarious. Wait, I thought that thing blew up. So maybe it didn't blow up completely. Or maybe that was... No, that was the concussive charge going off. But we'll say that it ruptured a little bit of the cold edifice here, increasing the concussive charge's power. And there are a few survivors, amazingly enough, but there won't be for long, no. And bam, Buster Birdie finally gives in to the crown. And his death creates a man-eater. The charge is after unknown. And so far, no one except the ghosts. And this guy, Tyrone Saxophone Jones. Gonna ride the front of the shuttle all the way to freedom here. T-Tech Booth steps up. Fortunately for him, there's a reinforced girder in the way. And a Borg with no arms and no legs floating, blocking his path. And no one has stepped up to touch the artifact. Where's Nettie at? Did he survive through this? There's Harvey, Tyrone, Captain Bravo. I don't think he did. Peter, did you finally die? Yep, he gave in. There's the man-eater. It charges back towards the escape arm. Somehow Woodrow makes it on board. Oh, he broke in through the window. A bomb goes off, knocking him to his feet. He's slammed to the ground, knocked unconscious, severely injured, and he came close to escaping alone, but unfortunately for him, Tyrone Saxophone Jones hitched a ride. Damn, good job, crew. Real nice try to the traitors. Oh, man. Kinda glad I stuck around for that one after getting brutally murdered.
You want to put a banging donk on it?